Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth, girl. So listen, I wanted to tell y'all a story. I don't know if I told y'all this story before. I think I kind of tapped on it, but I don't know if I went all the way into detail about the story. So, for those who don't know, I used to work at the Galleria. I used to work at Nordstrom, and so, girl, one day I was at work. Um, and this was around the time like people were just on high alert. I think like a couple of malls had been shot up, some schools, somebody had walked. Like, I just remember it was around a time where everybody was just like on edge. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you couldn't like even drop something without people like turning their neck because they didn't know what was going on. I remember like it used to be so bad, girl. You know my nerves get bad real fast. It used to be so bad that whenever I would go to the food court, I would make sure that I sat by a door, but not too close by a door. So just in case if somebody ran in the glass doors in the food court, that I would have enough time to like run another direct. Girl, like it was that bad to the point where, girl, I was literally in the food court trying to make sure I had an escape plan in place. Sit by the door, but not too close by the door. So if they come in another way, you can run out the door. But if they run in that door, at least you can like run to one of the back. One of the spaces, the rooms where the people go into like like the Chick-fil-A's and the McDonald's and all that stuff. Girl, it used to be a mess. My nerves used to be so bad, child. So, anyways, um, I'm at work, and for those who've been to the store in the Galleria, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those who don't, then I guess you just won't know. But right there, the glass doors, the way that you walk in through the valet entrance by the elevator, those doors, right there by the handbags department. So I'm over there against that wall, but I'm not at the end by the doors. I'm at the opposite end, basically by the stock room. Some of y'all don't know what the stock room is, but basically by one of the stock rooms. So I'm over there scanning some stuff, minding my business. Baby, all I know is I heard Fish scream out, "Oh my God, they're shooting." And I just like, how like your whole body just stopped, girl? And I just happened to look up like this, and I just saw people running. Baby, when I tell you, baby, everything in my hand just fell, baby, hit the floor. And girl, she was pop, 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 pop. Talking about Usain Bolt, baby. Then I stopped right before I got to the glass doors because I remembered that this Hispanic lady had just walked to the stock room. And I started like all these thoughts go through your head, girl. So I literally turned around to go tell the lady that they're shooting. You need to get out the store. So I go back. I'm like, "Oh my God, they're shooting. Get out the store." And so so of course she started asking all these questions. "Oh my God, they're shooting, they're shooting, they're shooting." Girl, yes. So girl, I just took off running. I don't know what happened to the lady. Girl, well, I know what happened to her because I saw her later on that day. So anyways, I ran out the store. Baby, all I know, girl, not the apartments right there by the water wall, but the apartments across the street. I think the other apartments across the street, across by the opposite by the other glass doors where you can walk in by that red light. I think it's called the Alexan Apartments. I can't remember. I thought about moving there at one point. But anyways, girl, when I tell you, baby, girl, guess where he was at? Girl, all the other girls and boys, they just standing out in a parking garage, standing out on the street. Baby, please, I'm about to go. Girl, I'm about to go to the bus stop and I'm going home. But one time I was across the street in the middle of the apartments, girl, and then I remembered, here I go, girl, see, I be trying to look out for my people, girl. And then I remembered that my friends, girl, some of my friends, because some of them ain't like, so, girl, no tea, no shade. So I remember my friend Deanna, she was at work. She was in the basement. And when you were, for the people who, well, some of y'all don't know, but when you in the basement, girl, you in a whole nother world, girl. You don't hear nothing you in the basement, girl, so you don't hear nothing that's going on upstairs. So I called her phone. I was like, girl, I think they're shooting. I don't know. Girl, it's a mess. Everybody is screaming and crying. Girl, I'm across the street at the apartment. So, of course, my friend, like, what are you talking about? I was like, girl, they say they're shooting. I was like, I just heard people screaming. They're shooting. They're shooting. I said, everybody just ran out of the store. So she was like, oh, my God. I was like, girl, I just need y'all to get out the store, basically. And I'm not gonna go into the details of where they came at because I know some of y'all ain't saved and some of y'all like to break in stuff and steal, and I don't want no parts of that. So it's another way you can get into the store, through the basement. So all of a sudden, I'm across the street, like far back, trying to wait on her to come because I was trying to wait on her. Okay, because I think she was the only one at the store that day because I don't think my other friend was there. So all of a sudden, girl, I see she was like 8 months, girl. Like 8 months and like 3 weeks pregnant, girl. Okay? So she come wobbling. Yeah! She come wobbling up the thing. And I'm looking like it's girl. At this point, by the time, this was probably like 5 minutes later. At this point, by the time she even made it, I saw people walking back towards the store. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, they must not be shooting. You're like, what's tea? So I'm like, okay, girl, I guess. So at this point, I'm like, okay, girl, I think I guess somebody was shooting. I guess everything is okay because people are walking back towards the store. The same people who ran out of the store are now walking back into the store. So girl, so she come and then I go meet her like halfway, girl. I'm like, girl, I don't know what was going on. The people were saying that was shooting, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, did you tell the people in the basement? She was like, yeah, I told them. They started asking all these questions. Okay? Girl, y'all asking too many questions. She was like, girl, they started asking all these questions. I told them, look, either y'all coming or y'all staying. So she said she was gone. Okay, come to find out, child. They were not shooting. What happened is we have E-bar on the outside, like right on the outside of the store. And there's an escalator right there by the entrance to the store by the E-bar. You can you can enter through the second floor, which is like the women's department. But somebody had their baby in their stroller. And I don't know why I see a lot, and I see people do this all the time. I'm sure some of y'all have done it. Y'all put y'all babies, like instead of y'all just going to go get on a elevator, y'all would rather just, get on the escalator because it saves time. Girl, they said the baby fell out of the, this is not funny. Because I don't know if y'all see that escalator right there in front of the entrance. That's not no short escalator ride. That's a little long. Okay, so if that baby was tumbling for a while. Okay, so basically what happened was they say it was a lady, and I don't know if they said it was a lady or a man. I can't remember. Anyway, it was somebody with a baby, and they had the stroller on the escalator, and I guess the baby fell out of the escalator, and then the person panicked and then dropped the stroller. So girl, can you imagine the baby falling out of the stroller, then this person dropping the stroller, and so it was just a big bow, 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 bow noise. Girl, that's not funny. So the people thought that somebody was shooting. And so all you heard was people saying, oh my God, they're shooting. And girl, everybody took off running. So wasn't nobody shooting. Somebody dropped their baby. The baby, either they dropped the baby fell out of the stroller, and then that's when they dropped the stroller in panic. And I guess in a panic, and but it's kind of like, girl, strollers, I mean, y'all already know escalators are not that wide anyways. So, I had so many questions like, well, after he or she dropped the stroller, how did they get to the baby? Because Girl, it's only so much. It's only so much space on a stroller, and I'm thinking for that stroller to have made that much noise, right? Like the pow pow. It had to be one of those big heavy duty strollers, not one of them look flimsy, you know. Girl. So a couple of my coworkers, we was talking about this like, girl, we was talking about this for days to come. They was like, girl. That was like, girl, we looked up, we saw your black ass across the street in the middle of the forest. Bitch, I remember I even called my sister. Girl, listen. That was like, we looked up, we saw your ass across the street in the middle of those apartments, girl. Girl, we trying to trying to figure out what you doing. No, bitch, I was trying to figure out why the hell y'all was still so close to that goddamn store. If y'all talking about the people that's shooting, y'all need to try to move as far as away from the store as possible, and far as away from glass as possible. Y'all sitting about the store. What's the part? Like, what's that gonna do? That don't even make no sense. Girl, I remember I was on the phone with my sister. I was like, oh my God, girl. I think they're shooting. Girl, I'm just catching the bus home. Like, I'm about to go. She was like, they shooting? I was like, girl, I think they're shooting at the store. I don't know what's going on, girl. Just a mess. Girl, I was about to hightail it. Girl, I was about to catch ghost. Catch ghost. When I tell you I was about to go, girl, that was one incident. There was another incident. I didn't even know what was going on. They thought somebody was shooting in the store that day too. And I remember walking into work and wondering why I was a security. I was just dumb, but I didn't know though, because I used to work a late shift. I hated working morning. I'm not a morning person. So I was going to work. I think I was going to work around like 4:00 that evening, 2:00 something like that. I remember walking into. We had our own. When we came into the store, we were supposed to walk through the employee entrance door, but girl. So, anyways, I was coming to work, and I remember because we will come into the third floor, and I remember walking through the lingerie active department, girl, kids department. I'm like, girl, where is everybody at? Girl, like, what it was empty. Girl, I said it was empty boots. I was like, girl, where's everybody at? I'm like, girl, let me just go to work, girl. So I clock in, girl. I go down to the basement, get what I need. Girl, come and find out, girl. They said, I think they thought somebody was shooting that day too. And they had everybody evacuate the store. Girl, it was a mess. Girl, it was a mess. It used to be a mess at that store sometimes. And the way that people used to come in there and steal like it wasn't nothing. Girl. I told y'all one time, I saw somebody. Here I go, trying to do right at my job. This guy comes in. And it's a black guy. And don't get it twisted. It don't be just the black people stealing. The black people, this is what happens. The black people, they'll come in there and steal. The white people, they have a different way of stealing. Okay? The black people gonna come in there and just take it and try to walk out the stove. The white people, they gonna get over by like bringing fake shit in and trying to return it. You see what I'm saying? So they on a whole nother. Like I remember like this one white girl walked in. She was probably about 30. And this is what they used to do too. This is how you know they up to no good, because they come in right before the store closed trying to return shit because they know everybody trying to go home, girl. This bitch walked in there one time, I'm telling y'all, I know this bitch had at least about 15 pairs of shoes. Prada, I'm talking about Prada, girl, Valentino, girl, Gucci, girl. I'm like, who the fuck returns 15? Who the hell returns 15 pairs of everything was designer? I was like, Either this bitch, either she's worn all of these shoes and now she's just trying to return them, or this bitch returning some fake shoes. Okay? But that's the stuff that they used to do. Anyways, girl. So I remember one time this one guy walked into the store and I saw him stealing. So I went and told this one girl, she was a manager, real cool. We used to talk all the time. I was like, girl, you know they're over there stealing. You know what she told me? Girl, she told me, she was like, child, make sure you say child. She was like, yeah, he come here stealing all the time. No, the matter of fact, I said, girl, no, I walked up, I said, girl, I said, never mind. And then she was like, what? And I was like, girl, the guy over there stealing, right? Like, you want to know. And then when I tell you, girl, you like, oh, child, he come here stealing all the time. Girl, what? Girl, I'm telling you what this motherfucker did. Girl, he literally walked into the store. He walked. He's got a Burberry shirt. I still remember, y'all. He got a Burberry shirt. And usually Burberry is all censored. So I don't even know how he got, when I think about it, I don't even know how he got that. He had to take the censor off himself. So he got a Burberry shirt. He walked behind the cash register. You know that cash register right there by the valet entrance door to the in the men's department. Some of the people who don't know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. He went to that cash. I was looking dead at him. Walked to the cash register. Girl, he got a gift box because this had to be around the holiday season because that's the only time they really have gift boxes at the store. Got a gift box. Fold the shirt up, put it in the gift box. He did the gift box himself. Right there in the middle. Girl, I'm talking the store. The store is wide open. Girl, the store is, I'm talking about, girl, store wide open. He folded up the shirt, put it in the box. Then he walked over to the men's shoe department. Girl, returned the shirt. You know those shoes, those Nike Vapor Max shoes? I got a pair. I got mine on sale though. Girl, they like $200, $250. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like the air pockets. And I'm so mad because girl, a hole. I said I should have known that's why these hoes was on sale. A hole ended up coming to one of the threads. I guess I could get like somebody to sew the hole up. But anyways, girl, those Vapor Max shoes, you know what I'm talking about? Girl, he literally got a pair of those shoes, girl, with the gift card, put the shoes on his feet, and then walked out the store. I said, well, after that, baby, I ain't say nothing else. I would literally just watch people steal and go on by my business. Girl, they ain't gonna do nothing. I remember this one guy walked in, put some sunglasses on put some sunglasses right here, and walked right out the store. Girl, I said, girl, they people are a mess. I remember one time this one girl was telling me, this trans girl who I was real cool with. She was telling me how this guy and this girl came in and stole some Tom Ford glasses. Y'all know Tom Ford can be $450, $500. Girl, let me tell y'all a secret. Whenever you get your Tom Fords, girl, get your Tom Fords from Nordstrom Rack. Girl, you can get them same glasses that be $400 at Nordstrom Rack for $150, $160. Okay, and if you know somebody with an employee discount, then girl, you really good to go. And a Nordstrom note, girl, you really did hit the jackpot. Okay? So yeah, girl, when it's a lot, I will say this much. Anytime you're going to, because not everything designer is at Nordstrom Rack. But I know Tom Ford is, like YSL, Gucci glasses. If you're looking for shades, I'll say this much. But you know, sometimes you have to really try on shades. Because I've purchased shades before, and I'm not even like a big shade type of person at all. But the times I have purchased some, they really never look right on my face. That's why I think it's important for some people. If you know what looks right on your face and you like, you know like a glass person, you'll probably know. But girl, yeah, if you want any type of shade, like, you know, Gucci, any designer, girl, go to Nordstrom Rack. Girl, stop. I don't know. When I still, I'm like, why y'all come to Nordstrom? I know Nordstrom Rack doesn't have everything, but girl, girl, you can get a similar Tom Ford for girl less than half of what you, girl, like 150, 160. You about to pay 450? I mean, girl, of course, I'm not gonna tell the customers that, and I know I just probably pissed some of the sales associates off if they saw this video. Why the fuck you telling the people? Why the hell you telling the people to go to Nordstrom Rack? No, tell them to bring their asses over here. You know they on commission at Nordstrom. Anyways, girl, a couple came in there one time and stole some Tom Ford glasses. They told LP, that was like, oh yeah, we'll get them next time. We'll get them next time. Before they changed the policy, they used to have they really didn't have a return policy. I think it kind of got strict now, especially like with salon shoes, designer shoes. That's the name of the department, but designer shoes. We call the official name at the store is salon shoes, but the designer shoe section. I think they've gotten pretty strict on like accepting returns. I remember one time, I was down in the basement doing the NQCs. Um, NQCs are basically damaged stuff that's damaged, and it can be the smallest thing that's damaged. So I'm gonna tell you, bitch. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all about my come up, bitch. Okay, bitch. I shouldn't be telling you my business, but I'm gonna tell y'all this much, bitch. I got some Tom Ford. I got some Tom Ford. Do y'all hear what I just said? I got some Tom Ford cologne. For the girls who know, Tom Ford is expensive. Now they might have some cologne for about 150. The bottle I got was $350. And that bottle is this big. Girl, Tom Ford be getting over the kid. When I say talking about gooping, bitch. I got some Tom Ford. I got some Creed. You know, Creed be about $400. I got some Chanel, men's Chanel. I got some Joe Malone, girl, all free. Let me tell you. So this is what happens. NQC could be really pretty much anything. So like, one time they had got some Chanel cologne and all the boxes were damaged. They NQC it out just because the boxes are damaged. Because they can't sell it with it. They're not gonna sell it with a damaged box. So all you have to do is just go ask like a manager. Now don't just take it, because girl, if the girls don't like you, they'll say you stealing. So just go get like the manager and ask them, hey, can I have this? If she cool, if the manager cool, they're gonna say yeah. So basically what happens is they tell you can have it. Then you have to go to LP. So LP will know that girl, you just like walking out the store with cologne. Cause girl, some of the girls that killing because some of the bitches in cosmetics, damn sure you bitch. Some of y'all hoes in cosmetics, I know y'all used to steal. Them bitches would be in cosmetics talking about girl, girl, all that makeup is not damaged, girl. Them bitches used to come down there to my manager talking about my manager said I could have, because they would have to also go to the you're supposed to go like through the logistics manager. I think also the cosmetics manager and LP. You have to have 3 signatures, just so I guess everybody knows that girl, it's a damage. But girl, some of them hoes in cosmetics used to steal. Girl, all that shit. Girl, you came there about $700 worth of makeup. All that shit is not damaged. All that is not no goddamn samples. All that is not, girl, on the floor, girl. Y'all done open up them boxes talking about, girl, the box came there. Girl, still an ass bitch. Anyways, child. So that's what an NQC was. It was basically like, it could be the smallest thing. Like that Tom Ford cologne I got that because it didn't have a cap. The Chanel cologne I got that because the boxes were damaged. I'm telling y'all. The Creed I got, that was on the floor. And then I don't know why they took it off the floor, but girl, they just gave it to me. So, girl, yeah, I got all that cologne for free, girl. Those were the days. And when I said this, I've been depressed. Girl, I've been depressed. Anyway, Shal, what was I saying? What was I saying? I was talking about some cologne. Oh, NQC. So like NQCs can be pretty much anything that's considered damaged. Some of that stuff do be damaged though, but some of it don't be damaged. Some of it may just be, girl, a half a bottle of cologne. It could be a full bottle of cologne. Like I said, the cologne I got the Chanel, girl, that bottle was full. It was just the boxes were damaged, so that was like, girl, we're gonna NQC this out. Girl. I remember this one time I was down there scanning the NQCs, and girl, I had ran across some Christian Louboutins, girl. When I tell you that Christian Louboutin sole looked just like this. Now I don't know if y'all know. For the girls who don't know, Christian Louboutin soles are red. When I tell you this trifling bitch, girl, returned them shoes. This was like years ago though. This was like around when I had first started, when they really didn't have any type of return policy. They would take anything back at that goddamn store. I remember one time I was in the back in accessories looking for a scarf. Girl, I'm looking for a scarf. Girl, I see a scarf with a Marshall's tag. Who took this scarf with a Marshall's tag on it? I'll tell you, I was floored. You know, there's a story, and it's a true story. I think that when Nordstrom first opened, like years ago, of course, that, and it's a true story, because we talked about it when I was in training one time, that I think somebody returned some tires. Yes. Somebody returned some tires to Nordstrom. And I guess ever since they had like this policy of, you know, really not having a return policy. Like you can pretty much return anything there. Girl, hot ass mess. Girl, this is not Discount Tire. Girl, this is not National Tires. Girl, what? Anyways, but yeah, girl, the girl had some Christian Louboutins. Girl, that sole was the color of this. The sole. I bet they still took them back. I bet they still took them Louboutins back. I bet you that lady got her $1,300 back. I mean, like I said, girl, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like that now. Don't take your ass to Nordstrom trying to return no used shoes, especially not to the salon. I heard they're gonna shut your ass down. I don't know, but I heard they had changed that up. You know, a few years ago though. The return policy used to be a mess. Girl, you could come in there, you could buy something with a gift card. They don't do it now. Now, however you buy, that's how they're giving you your money back. But that's why I guess people started catching wind. Girl, you can go to Nordstrom and pretty much go on a shopping spree. I gotta tell y'all this story too, girl. I gotta write it down so I won't forget. So you could come in there and like return. Basically, you could buy whatever you purchase. You could purchase a shirt with a credit card, a check, a gift card, and you could get cash. Literally, you could buy something with a gift card, return it. They'll ask you how do you want it back, and you can say cash, and they will give you cash. You can go in there and buy it with a credit card. How do you want it? I want it in cash. They will give you cash. Girl, at one point, girl, the girls started getting hip to once they started changing the return policy, the girls used to get mad too, girl. Some of them customers used to go off on the sales associates. I used to feel bad for some of the sales associates. But anyways, girl, this one girl, she said, "Bitch, I'm gonna show y'all how to get over." See, real thieves, they know who work at the store. They know who new. They know the old heads. They know who they can go to, right, to try and get over. So this is what this one lady did one time. I think it was a white girl. Something white people they still different. They do. They still different, right? They be on, like this one white girl, this one Hispanic girl used to come in there with a whole sensor remover. And baby, they know who she was. That's what I'm saying. Like, bitch, I'm not gonna risk that up. But what happens with Nordstrom too? Sometimes they'll build a case on your ass. I don't know why they do that, but they'll build a case on your ass. So, girl, you keep coming in the store and stealing, girl. Eventually, girl, they're gonna arrest your ass. Eventually, one day, and then, bitch, they're gonna be like, bitch, you done stole $100,000 worth of stuff, bitch. Your ass is going to jail. Anyway, but I think what it is, the LP is really not there for the customers. They're really there for the employees. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all this story. Oh, bitch, I'm gonna tell you this story about this one boy who used to work right in my department. So, Um, oh, so what happened was Whitefish come in the store and she had purchased a whole bunch of stuff from the BP department, the juniors department, like little t-shirts, like little jeans, t-shirts that was $15.99, t-shirts that was $7.99, jeans probably $29.99, $14.99. So she bought a whole bunch of like small, low. I don't want to say cheap stuff, but cheap and cheerful, inexpensive. I don't want to offend nobody, child. But then when she came into the store, she stole a whole bunch of stuff from like NDVSC, like Lafayette. Y'all know Lafayette 148 is expensive like a motherfucker. It can be. Ted Baker, Veronica. I forgot. She stole a whole bunch of expensive shit, basically. She went over to the juniors department. It was a new girl. And you're supposed to give the money back how she got it. It was so much shit. The girl, I guess, was confused. She didn't even check the stuff that she stole to see if it had UIIs. I don't know what the girl was doing because you can't even scan the stuff unless it got a UII. But so basically, long story short, I guess the girl just got so confused that she just scanned all the shit and just uploaded all the money to the girl's debit card. Yes. When I said they was learning ways to get over. So I'm gonna come and buy all this cheap shit, go over here and steal a whole bunch of expensive shit, then go to somebody who really don't know, who probably just got out of training because I ain't never seen your face before, and then bitch, you gonna be so confused, you just gonna be like, look, I'm just gonna upload it to this card, gone. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Girl, a mess. Anyways, y'all it's so many stories that I got from that store, girl. The people used to steal. Oh, they're so. So y'all know I used to work overnight sometimes. And I'm not gonna tell y'all how many people used to work overnight. Because it's really, I say it now because I know it's not like that anymore. I know for a fact it's not like that anymore. So I never told y'all. Sometimes I will work overnight by myself. I never told y'all because God don't be trusting people, girl. Some of y'all knew why I worked. Girl, y'all be up there, girl, bit banging on the door. girl. So now, mind you, it would be people like the stock team. They would be in the basement, like the truck team. They would be in the basement. But as far as like on the floor, sometimes I would be the only person at that store by myself on the floor. So if something happened to me, nobody in the basement will know because the few people that were there, they would be in the basement unloading the truck. So it was a few times I worked by myself. I just always act like I was up there with a group of people because, girl, like I said, girl, be trusting all y'all. Girl, y'all know where I work, honey. Because some of y'all ran into me at my job before. So anyways, child. But then, like, especially like during seasonal time, girl, it would be a lot of people up there sometimes overnight. Sometimes it would be 25 or 30 of us, I believe. Not 25. I'll say about like 15 or 20. So anyways, girl, one night, it was me and this guy. We was working. He was cool. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this much. We didn't really talk at first. He was gay. He was black. And I used to take what he used to say personal. I'm not going to lie. And then I just kind of like started overlooking what he said. I know this is going to sound weird. I do not have a problem with interracial dating at all. Okay? 100% I'm down for it. But it used to like irk my nerves because he just did not like he like I know this is gonna sound crazy. Like he looked at black men like like in disgust. Like, it don't matter. Like, even the Barack Obamas. Don't get it twisted. A lot of these niggas ain't shit. Okay? But I'm like, so one day we was having a conversation and I was like, so what if you met the man of your dreams and like he was a Barack Obama and he was everything you want? He was like, the man of my dreams ain't black. So like if you met someone and they checked off every box, but they just happened to be black, it was a no for you. He would be like, no, I would never ever date a black man. I was like, well, girl, maybe something. I didn't want to. I'm like, well, this something, cause like, girl, if I was dating, I wouldn't just say I'm not gonna date no black man. Now I would say I'm gonna date all the men. Okay, whoever just happened to land in this seat just happened to land in this seat. But I'm just not going. I'm not going to just say I'm not going to date black men. You know what I'm saying? But I used to always find it so strange that was his way of thinking, and it was so crazy because it almost felt like to me that he felt like, I guess with us it came a lot of drama and a lot of unnecessary shit. But girl, he would tell me stories of your Hispanic lover, honey, and girl, y'all fighting. Girl. So it's like, girl, what's really the tea? Girl, what's really the tea, girl? But it's so crazy. We end up getting, with all that being said, we end up kind of getting kind of cool. Like, I thought that we were going to start eventually probably hanging out outside of work. That's why I felt like the friendship was going. Because outside of that, he actually was a cool person. He was cool. It was a kiki and laugh. Like I said, when he first started, I don't know why, like, and I'm the type, like, when I first started working there, like, I was like, we are not about to do this. Like, I hate, like, when gay guys, this is just about gay people now. I hate when gay guys work together and everybody has this stuck up, snooty, snobby attitude. Like, bitch, there's only a handful of us in here anyways. Girl, we ain't gotta be best friends, but we could at least acknowledge each other. That was my whole thing at Nordstrom. So like when I would see the gays, I would be like, hey, how you doing? We could at least speak at a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, it was this one gay guy who worked in shoes. I don't know why his attitude was stinking. He's a white black girl. He used to walk around there just not girl. I was like, girl, why do he act like that? Why do he act like that? It was some little young queen, girl. He was probably 20, I don't know, probably 23, 24. I was like, why he act like that? And I would like try to speak like, hey, how you doing? Hello. Bitch. And it got to the point where God was like, okay, girl, he just not girl. He don't want to be bothered. Girl, he don't want to be bothered. He one of those girls. So, girl, I'm done with her, girl. So after that, girl, it was just kind of like it was what it was. But for the most part, most of the gay guys, I pretty much was cool with. Most of the black gay guys at my job, I was pretty much cool with. Even the little white queens, they were cool too. You know, like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you going out this weekend, girl? I don't know. You know, I became really close with this Hispanic guy. He was cool. Like, we were like sisters. Girl, we used to go out to drink, me, him, and his boyfriend all the time. I was kind of sad when we stopped being friends. You know, people just kind of drift apart. He ended up quitting, and he got another job. And girl, it's just kind of one of those things. Kind of, you know, you're kind of like, oh, hey, girl, you want to go out this weekend? Oh, girl, I'm tired. Let me catch you next weekend. Oh, girl, you want to go out to this? Kind of like, okay, girl. They could text me back when they text me back, and then, girl, you know. But girl, we were actually really, really cool at one point. And then, like I said, the black gays, most of them were actually cool. The white gays were actually cool too. It just be those handful of queens that's kind of like, oh, girl. Okay, girl, you one of those. That's okay, girl. But yeah, outside of the whole, I still don't understand. Like I said, I'm gonna say this much. I don't understand any group of people that just automatically say, Unless it's something that just something traumatic happened to you where it's just like, bitch, I don't even want to deal with these niggas no more. So I was thinking in my head, maybe something traumatic happened to him to the point where he was just like, I'm done with y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very well a possibility. Because when I say he was on some real, bitch, I can't stand niggas. I don't want no parts of them. I don't give a damn if they check off every list of my box when I'm looking for a man. If he black, stay your ass out of my face. He was very much on that. Very much. And I'm not gonna. When we first started talking, I used to get offended in a way like, bitch, what? Like, girl, do you hear yourself? Girl, your skin is like literally he was dark as me. Girl, what? It didn't make sense to me. If I was dating, I'm pretty much gonna date every race. Girl, I don't know about white though. I did say that I don't know about white. If I was to date a white man, he would have to be fine, 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 fine. Like fine, like a fine ass white man. I'm gonna need you to have some brown to your. I'm gonna need you to have some brown. I'm gonna need you to have some brown on your skin, girl. Girl, Mexican, girl, Bollywood, girl, a nigga. I'm gonna need you to have some brown on your skin. And if you white, baby, you're gonna have to be a cool ass white boy. You know, I started looking at white men completely different when Trump won the presidency. Yes. Because I have slept with white men before, girl, more than a few, okay? But it wasn't until Trump won the presidency when I started looking at white men differently. As far as like, I don't even want to sleep with y'all. Like, girl, I just started feeling like I started to see how they were. Let a white man hit you up on Grindr or Jack'd or Scruff and don't respond and see how fast they get mad. Like, just entitled. So you're not going to hit me back? You know what? I'm not, bitch. Delete. For real. Some of the niggas act like that too. I remember when I was in Chicago, one of you punks hit me up online and got mad because I didn't respond. I don't respond to people if you're young, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I don't, like, I'm more of a 30 plus, okay? I'm definitely not hitting you up if you are 18, 19, 20, 21. That's definitely a no. 22, 23 is still a no for me. If I respond to you because you're 25, it's because like you are like, bitch, like 5'11", 215 pounds and you just fine. Okay? Like you just a fine ass 25-year-old, okay? But if you don't have your age or anything like that, I'm like, I don't have time for that. Because why are you not showing your age? Like, why are you not showing your age? And there was some little punk who just got mad because I didn't respond. And he was like, so you're not going to fucking hit me back? That's exactly what he told me. No, I just told a lie. He said, no, that's not what he said. He said, so what's your fucking problem? That's what he said, girl. He said, hello. And I looked at his profile and it didn't really have the stuff that I felt that needed to be there. Like age, girl. And you ain't got no pictures. Girl, that's another thing too. And then I looked at his profile, because you can see when people look at your profile. He was like, what's your fucking problem? Girl, delete. I'm not supposed to go back and forth with no motherfucker who I don't even know. Girl. Anyways, child. Yeah, girl, it was a few stories at Nordstrom. I met a lot. My first time, really, that's why I met a lot of my trans girls that we became cool. Not necessarily friends, but if I saw them out tomorrow, girl, we would hug each other, kiki, probably even have a cocktail together, you know? But it wasn't until I started working at Nordstrom where I got to know. One thing I will give Nordstrom is this. They really are a company that tries to be on the right side of things. They do. I will give them hoes that much. So if you are someone who is seeking employment, and if you are, even close to being qualified, I would say go to Nordstrom. They're not going to turn you away if you happen to be a trans woman or a trans man and your ID may be something different than what you present in person. You know what I'm saying? Um, I remember this one girl, this one trans girl. Um, I was so happy for her because she was like she had been looking for a job, and she finally got one at Nordstrom. Even though like her ID had her the name that her mama gave her, um, and then like she ended up going to jail. Some stuff that had happened in the past caught up with her, and when she got out, like a year later, girl, they let her come back to work. They did. I was so happy for her. But yeah, girl, that's when I kind of got cool with a lot of the trans girls at Nordstrom, and even me, you know, because girl, I used to be one of the most homophobic walking around here and transphobic. It wasn't until I started working at Nordstrom that I became cool with these trans women, where I started to have a different opinion. I started to become aware of a lot of things. It just it just made me kind of like look at them like as just like human beings instead of like, because I think we grow up, and a lot of us do grow up, and we hear these things about gay folk and trans folk, and it's just not true. Girl, these are human beings. These are women who are just trying to live their life and make a way and pay their bills and enjoy life. Girl, ain't nobody out here causing no harm to nobody. And that's what it really came down to me. Like, girl, these are just women who are living in their true, authentic identity, and they just want to enjoy life like everybody else. They ain't causing no harm to nobody. Nobody. So yeah, I remember like when I first started, not first started, but I became cool with this one trans girl, and I remember she invited me out to a pageant, and I went. I went. She didn't see me. It was so much going on. She didn't think I came. She was like, "So you didn't come?" I was like, "I swear to God, I came. Girl, I came at a cocktail. I was like, I never saw you." Um, but she was giving up her crown. She was crowning somebody basically. Anyways, girl, I remember we got cool. Like I was cool with a lot of the girls, a lot of the trans girls. I don't know if any trans men work there, or not. But a lot of the trans girls I became cool with. A lot of the gay guys I was cool with. Even some of the straight guys, they were cool. I will say this much. A lot of the straight guys in my department, they were cool. I know for a fact some of them were homophobic. They wasn't disrespectful to my face though. But for the most part, they were cool. I remember one time they invited me to a party. Girl, I was nervous to go. Girl, I don't be trusting people, girl. Girl, you know, girl, I was just, girl. I walk into that party and girl, it's a setup. Girl. But no, girl, some of the guys were actually really, really cool. It's I can name at least 5 straight guys that were really like genuinely nice people. There are straight black men out there who actually are nice. The majority of them hoes they full of shit. But it's some of them out there that are not homophobic. They are actually really, really nice. And I appreciate the times that we did have conversations, even when the conversations were uncomfortable. It never came across as disrespectful. And I can appreciate someone who is willing to have the conversation instead of just being an ignorant fuck your whole life. I don't know what was it. I don't know what this video was about. I just been running my mouth. Girl, I'm about to get off of here. Girl, we'll come back and talk about Nordstrom another day. How them hoes used to steal even more. Girl. Oh, the guy. I never finished telling y'all that story. The guy who don't like black boys, but he don't black. Girl. Like I said, girl, maybe he went through something traumatic. I don't know. Girl, long story short, girl, he was stealing. Girl, stealing. And I never even knew it. We used to work together. That's all. I never knew he was stealing. Never knew he was stealing. He was stealing. Good. Down. And then, but the girl, the day he got caught, I saw the shit he was stealing. Girl, he was still, girl. That's my thing, bitch. If you gonna steal, bitch, steal, bitch. Cause girl, regardless, your ass is going to jail. So my whole thing is, if you gonna steal, then steal. His ass is up there stealing Zella. For the girls who don't know, Zella, I think is a Nordstrom brand. Zella is like athletic wear. Girl, Zella be like, girl, $29.99. Bitch, I'm thinking you up here stealing Tom Ford. I'm thinking you over there in the jewelry department. I'm thinking you stealing, girl. I'm thinking you over here grabbing a few Gucci, Tom Ford, Valentino, Celine bags. Like, that girl was stealing Nikes. I said, I know you one of the most simplest bitches, girl, walking around. Bitch, that's what you was stealing? Girl, I'm gonna tell y'all a story about when he got caught. I ain't gonna go into that right now. This is gonna be a to be continued. But girl, when I found out what he was stealing, I said, girl, I said, no, ma'am. Girl, that's what you was stealing? Bitch, all this shit in this store that you could really, girl, put your fingers on, bitch. You went to the Nike department? Bitch, girl, you don't see the Balenciagas? Girl, you don't see the Versace's? Girl, you don't see that Tom Ford cologne over there that's $600 a bottle? You don't see that Creed? You don't see them Balenciaga jackets? You don't see them Gucci belts? But you still at Nike tennis shoes and Zella. Girl, Kappa. Girl, Adidas. This is what you about to lose your job for? Oh, girl. And then, some of y'all make the mistakes too. They caught this one guy stealing. He was posting, girl, let me tell you something. This one guy, he was stealing. He was fine too, I still remember, girl. He was stealing, girl, posting the shit to his Instagram page and then selling the shit that he was stealing. Now, mind you, LP was following him on Instagram. You heard what I just said? He was stealing the shit from Nordstrom, posting the shit to his Instagram page, to his stories, and selling the stuff that he was stealing. The whole time, Nordstrom following his ass. Girl. What y'all think happened to him? All right. Guess. I put my hands behind my back. Put them behind your back, girl. Anyways, child, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.